What's going on, everyone? TallenV back here, and today I am finally back from all the job fair stuff over in Tokyo and everything, and also seeing my girlfriend, and it's time to get some videos done. And what better way to start off with a translation video, because we just got 2 Dokkan Awakens for I would say cars that a lot of people kind of find mediocre to somewhat okay. I mean, they're not bad by any means, they're both free to play technically, but they actually just got some pretty big buffs for their Dokkan Awakens. So we're gonna go over all that stuff. We're gonna go over when they're coming out. There's only one piece of information we don't know, and that's how many medals at the time of this recording exactly will take them, but I expect not too many. So without further ado, let's get into all of the information real quickly. So first off, JP, of course, as you guys know, we actually did get another round of Battlefield 2.0. It was weird, it wasn't in the news last week, and we're like, oh, are they skipping it this month or something? But no, it simply just came out a few days later, but it only goes until the 18th, which funny enough is when the new Goku Black goes away and all the other events go away, and that just happens to be 4 days after the movie next Friday. Can't wait to see it. Yes, I cannot wait to see that movie. But anyway, that's only 4 days. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that later in a different video about what I'm expecting, when things are going to happen, will things match up with Global, what the whole case will be there. So we'll get into that in a little bit later, okay? So anyway, so Battlefield 2.0 is around. No new extra bosses were added, but types were simply changed. So for example, the cooler that you fight on the 2nd level as the boss, he is now STR. Let's see, the Boo, I believe, is physical at the very end, the Kid Boo and things like that. So none of the mechanics have changed. Everything's still the same. Like Great Saiyaman can still one-hit KO you if you're not able to seal him or stun him after a couple of turns. So do be careful about that right there. Global, if you're watching this later on during the lifespan when Global gets these characters or Battlefield 2.0, just keep that in mind that, you know, nothing has really changed at this moment. I'm sure maybe next one during January or the 4-year celebration that we will then get maybe some extra boss added on there like they did when we had, you know, Trunks and Goku Blue and all those characters as the bosses there. So other than that, though, not much else has changed. Missions are exactly the same. We still get your weekly missions after you've completed everything else, where you can get up to about 6,000 of these currency crystal cube things, whatever you want to call them. And then obviously Metal Cooler, Goku and Ginyu's body, or Ginyu and Goku's body, not the other way around. The Goku and the Vegeta. Now, the Goku and Vegeta are the ones who are actually getting a Dokkan Awaken starting tomorrow. On the 5th of December here, Japan time, of course, 2018. I'm going to go over the translations just a bit, because actually they dropped it on the Twitter page. Finally! Start doing that more, guys. Everything on the Twitter page, then I can translate it, and then do the data download. That's what I like to see. Yeah, that's not being selfish at all. But anyway, we're going to go over that stuff. Obviously, I still think Metal Cooler is a great LR to have. Basically, a free-to-play extreme units, and not to mention he's an extreme lead. Although, in terms of a leader skill, you might not want to be using him, and this is why. So let's go over to Vegeta here. Now, Vegeta, as you guys know, was a kind of a baby extreme lead. He wasn't anything special. And then, of course, being on a extreme physical team was kind of weird in there. I mean, I think the only person who actually gave him over to Flash was the full power Frieza. Of course, obviously, most of us do the category stages these days, or the category teams, so then you can just throw them on there. You can be all good to go. Throw in, you know, a Gogeta in there somewhere, or a Bardock, SSJ2 or something like that, whatever the case is. This guy, though, they've actually got some pretty good buffs. So, Vegeta here, Ki +3, HP attack and defense up 90% to all extreme types. Yeah, you read that correctly. He's on the path, at least on the leader skill stand, as the original 5 LRs, as in like the SSJ2 Gohan, STR Broly, and guys like that. Wow, that's a big buff right there for a leader skill. That's really good, actually, especially for not Super Battle, but for Battlefield 2.0, because you have to take a leader and then a sub-leader. He is going to be a great sub-leader if you have a 120% guy, and then maybe you don't really have that second guy that can kind of fill a leader spot for the sub-leader. That's really good right there, actually. That is extremely good. So, his super attack is still supreme damage, so nothing has really changed right there if you want to take a look at that right there. And then he greatly raises his attack for 1 turn. Okay, nothing else really on that part has really changed. His passive, on the other hand, oh boy. Alright, as you guys know, this Vegeta was always considered an attacker. The Goku was always considered a blocker. Now they're kind of mixing more together. One is still obviously more geared towards defense, and one is more geared towards defense. But take a look at this real quick. All right, so we have, at the beginning of the turn, for 4 turns, now do keep that in mind real quick, okay? So for the first 4 turns, your attack and defense goes up by 40%. Okay, that's something right there. And then, for every time you get attacked, Okay, so every time Vegeta gets attacked, his defense goes up by 30% for a total, sorry, I'm doing that the opposite way. For every time that you attack, I always get this kanji confused when reading it, okay? I'm sorry about that. For every time you attack, okay, so Vegeta, initiates an attack, whether it's an additional normal, a super attack, whatever it might be, every time he attacks, his attack goes up by 30% for a total of 180%. Then on top of that, the 40% buff that he's getting right from the beginning, and even if you've gone past the 4 turns and you've been able to attack enough, 108%. Now, great, I know it's extreme, or sorry, it's supreme damage. It is, a free-to-play unit technically, and even the ability system buffs right there, but nonetheless, that is really good right there. And then for every time he is attacked, his defense increases by 30% for a total of 120%. Wow. I'm actually going to have to get some orbs into this guy. He's at like SA4 for me right now, but that is actually really good. I mean, he's already a decent attacker. Now he's going to be really good. So then let's go over to the Goku here, and then we're going to get actually into their SA animations because Bandai did give them to us. So Goku here is a super type key +3 HP attack and defense up 90%. And one thing I want to mention about these guys that I should have mentioned at the very beginning when I was translating these guys is that they are not like type specific in terms of like, you need a rainbow team or you need to have like 2 of this and 2 of this and whatever the case may be. No, it is just simply bring an extreme team, bring a super team. 90%. They're only 30% below all of your other, your main super type or extreme type guys. That's pretty nuts right there, okay? So again, great sub leader for Battlefield, great leader in general. Heck, this guy's gonna make free-to-play videos for Super Battle Road even better now. I can take him under the STR. That's gonna make it even easier now. So I have a 70% free-to-play leader like the Roshi or the Vegito Blue. Bring this guy. Yeah, 20%, but hey, it's 20%. It's 20% right there. So I'm liking it. Greatly increases his defense for 1 turn. Still supreme damage. Nothing really changed there. So that's really cool. And by the way, their links don't really change. They simply get the rebirth link. So Goku is already really good because he gets like prepared for battle. He's a basic Super Saiyan. Although, yeah, I know he's Super Saiyan 2 Angel in this. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is. At the beginning of the turn, for 4 turns, attack and defense up 40%. For every time he attacks, he gets his defense increased by 30% for a total of 180%. That's a huge defense buff. This dude's gonna be tanking everything. Maybe some certain supers that they greatly lower defense, but you get the idea nonetheless. And then every time he is attacked, his attack goes up by 30% for a total of 100%. So it's basically the swip flop in terms of him and Vegeta. But still, don't think this guy is gonna be a pushover when it comes to trying to attack or something like that. He can still get some good damage in there. That's really nice. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the super attacks, assuming I can get the volume to not blast my ears out because it likes to do that sometimes. So we're actually gonna back it up here, okay? Here we go. I dig it. The show all over again. I love it. All right, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. So yeah, these guys, they got a pretty good buff. Now, I personally do have that Goku Rainbow. This Vegeta now, I need to get more of the dupes. I already have my LR Cooler at Rainbow. Now, if I had to say who should be picking, whether it's these 2 guys or Cooler, I'd still probably be going for Rainbow Cooler. He can help on a lot of other teams, Frieza Clan team, Revive Warriors, Extreme Types, Int team, all that kind of stuff. I'd probably go for the LR Cooler still. But if you already have LR Cooler, I go for these guys, honestly. Personally, I put Goku a little bit over Vegeta in terms of versatility, in terms of being on Pure Saiyans, an STR team, that kind of stuff. This guy will suffer a little bit in terms of the extreme physical team, but that doesn't mean he's not bad on it, by all means. In fact, I definitely want to test him out, kind of combining with maybe the full power Frieza and everything like that. But nonetheless, that's really good stuff. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Like I said before, tomorrow, I'm going to guess 5 p.m. Is what I'm gonna guess. Now, this is the one piece of information that we do not know, and that is simply how many medals it will take in order to awaken these guys. I'm going to guess 7. I don't see the need for them to make it 21 medals to Dokkan Awaken these little free-to-play cards. Because obviously you had things like the LR Cell, who required, I believe, 21 of these guys. The SSJ2 Gohan required 21, I believe. I don't think it was 35. I think it was 21. So for these guys personally, Sorry about that. Apparently I'm going to have a heart attack or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm expecting these guys to have about 7 medals, probably, give or take, which aren't too bad in terms of expenses if you use the Battlefield 2.0 currency. You can also get some from the Incredible Gems if you haven't used them yet. I don't know if they've refreshed in the Baba Shop just yet, but if they are, I'll simply post it on the side here. If you're currently seeing it, then great. If not, then I guess they haven't yet, or whatever the case may be. So, in any doubt, though, I think they're kind of worthwhile cards. Rainbow, you know, that's kind of up to you in the end, but that Goku, and again, I'm going to bring him up right here real quick. This Goku actually allowed me to beat the Majin Buu category Super Battle Road stage for my first time, you know, back when that originally came out, because I was missing that 1 unit. I didn't really have the Easy A Goten up to SA15 or any having the orbs into him or anything like that. I think he's actually pretty worth it. He's a great defensive unit for me, especially because half that battle, or half of those battles, is physical units, and he helped out a lot. So don't sleep on the Goku at least, okay? So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments as always. Which one are you going for? Are you still going for LR Metal Cooler? Army, technically? Are you going to be going for the Goku or Vegeta? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, so that's going to be it for the video, guys. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you all in the next one.